Hey guys, it's your girl Dime, back with another banger video. I'm getting invaded by aliens. And today we are spilling the tea, okay? So I have a little story time or whatever to tell y'all because a lot of you guys wanted to hear this. So I was like, I guess I'll tell it. So I'm here telling it. But before we start this video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and let's get to 500K because we is on the way. Do not forget to turn on your post notifications so you guys get notified when I post another banger video, which is basically every week. So I am pumped and ready. I'd honestly recommend y'all to get a little drink, a little popcorn, a little, you know, soda pop, whatever, and lay back because it's about to be an entertaining story. You feel me? You dig? So basically, I honestly have like a lot of story times for you guys, but I don't really like, you know, exposing people. Although I do YouTube, kind of evident that I don't really like exposing people. But today we wanted to tell this story because it's honestly something that needs to be told. So basically I was supposed to go to prom with this guy or whatever, and not because, you know, I don't have a prom for myself to go to, or not because of any other reason besides me being a good friend, okay, a good person at heart. And honestly, I've learned that sometimes you can't be too nice to people because they will take advantage of you and they will put the blame on you. So love that. Let me just start from the beginning so y'all know the background information. Basically, this dude, we're gonna name him, this little boy or whatever, we're gonna name him, I honestly don't know what to name him. I'm gonna name him Corey. I don't care. We're gonna name him Corey, okay? I really don't care. It's like irrelevant about what the name is. So Corey goes to another high school or whatever. You guys don't know, like, you know, I'm in high school. I'm a senior in high school or whatever. I'm about to graduate in like a couple weeks or whatever. I'm really like done with school. So yeah, I'm a senior and he's a senior as well, but at a different school that's like literally an hour away from where I live, right? It's about like 50 minutes away. So anyways, me and Corey go way back from when I was like 13 years old, like a freshman or whatever. We both were in the same grade, so like he was a freshman too, and I don't know how I met him. I met him through some friend of a friend, and like I used to go to parties, like whatever, like little high school parties when I was like a freshman. Now I really don't go to them. Yeah, so like I would go to the parties and I would see him and we would just always see each other, whatever. We were cool. We were just cool as like just cool friends. And then I was friends with his friends and my friends were friends. It was all like a whole like, you know, happy party. So although they lived like 45 minutes away, 50 minutes away, like me and my friends like go up there and go to parties up there because it was like more fun than where I live. I don't know. So basically, yeah, I hung out with him a lot back in the days, and then like we kind of started talking a little bit when I was like, I think a sophomore or a freshman. I don't know, maybe I was still a freshman. But like he liked me, you know, like he liked me. So he had a crush on me or whatever. And I like, which was funny because like his other friend liked me, but like I didn't really like, I don't know. It was like weird. It was like a whole weird thing. Like everybody liked everybody. I didn't like nobody, so I was just chilling, but whatever. He liked me or whatever. We like stopped talking because I got a boyfriend, and from like a boyfriend that I met at my school. I started dating someone, so me and him stopped talking. But yeah, basically we were like really close freshman year, and sophomore year didn't really talk to him, and he would always text me like, I miss you, like he like all this weird stuff. You know when guys like fantasize about being with a girl, like that he was always texting me things like that, like I miss you, like oh my gosh, like when are we gonna see each other, when am I gonna see you, like let me see if I have these text messages because it's actually hilarious. Because so yeah, like literally like he texted me from sophomore year all the way till now. He'll be texting me like I miss you randomly out of nowhere. Like I would just be like, most of the times I won't answer because I like had a boyfriend or whatever, and then he'll text me like good morning beautiful, like random days, how did you sleep. Are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. And like it was just random because we never saw each other anymore, you know. I really didn't like see him ever. I haven't seen him in like actually like years. Like I have not seen him. Good morning beautiful, what are you doing? Can I come see you? Like crazy stuff, you know, like just always trying to like catch up with me. And even when I don't answer, he'll still text me like another day and like didn't care, you know. So he'll FaceTime me too and I just wouldn't answer. Like I just always ignored him because like I don't know, like I had a boyfriend and like we don't even me and him never saw each other. Me and Corey never saw each other. So I was like, you know, whatever. I just kind of like grew out of that stage of like talking to him. And like when we did talk, it was nothing serious ever. We never started dating or anything like that. Also, Corey plays football. So I don't know. I don't even know if that's relevant. But yeah, he plays football. And like my ex-boyfriend like knew him because of like you know, like everybody knows each other that plays football, so it was like I really didn't like need to keep ties with somebody that like I used to talk to, you know, that played the same sport that my boyfriend did, because they probably would know each other in some way or something. Do you know what I mean? And like actually one time, the last time I saw this Corey dude, oh my gosh, the last time I saw Corey, now that I think about it, was actually like not even a year ago maybe, and he was playing my boyfriend at the time like at a football scrimmage, like on a Saturday or something, on the weekend or something, and I was like dying because like we go there, I'd always go to my like boyfriend's like video football game thingies, and like it was like a scrimmage on the weekend, and then I saw him and I was like, this is so funny. Like they're playing against each other. Yikes. Oh, got two of my boys in the club, hey, and they know about each other. Is that even the words? I don't know. So basically that's a little background story about me and Corey. Nothing too serious, really nothing at all. But like we're friends, you know, like we're friends. So we were friends, whatever. Now he could clear it. So recently me and my boyfriend or whatever broke up, and I was like, I'm single. I've been single for like a few months or whatever. So Corey, you know, me being single or whatever, would Snapchat me, swipe up on my stuff still, like be all like, you know, flirtatious and stuff, like at random, very random times. I'd just be like, oh, like thanks, or I put a heart or something, like nothing, like, you know, I'd just be like, thanks. So then one day we were like texting on Snapchat, and he was just like normal conversation. He was talking about like how, what school, like we were talking about college and stuff. I think like what school he's going to or school I'm going to, something like that. Very like a random regular conversation. And like prom came up, right? No, I said something about prom. I was like, yeah, like when's your prom or whatever? And he's like, oh, my prom's this day, April 20th or whatever. Yeah, April 20th. And I was like, oh, like, oh, that's cool. I was like, who are you going with? And he's like, oh, I'm not going with anyone. I was like, and I'm like, oh, true. And like I told him my prom's April 12th, and like I already had a date. I already had my date for my prom or whatever, and we were talking about prom, and I was like, yeah, mine's April 12th. And he's like, oh, cool, whatever. And then I like didn't even know what high school he went to, because like he went to different, he'd like moved to different high schools. I don't know, I haven't talked to him, you know, like every time he texts me I'd ignore him, so it's like funny. But like, you know, I just like was being nice now that I don't have a boyfriend. I'd be like, okay, thank you, like whenever he'd like compliment me now. He's like, oh yeah, my prom's April 20th, and I'm like, oh, who are you going with? He's like, oh, I'm not going with anyone. I was like, okay, like if you need a date, like I can always go with you, like there's no problem, because like, you know, I'm not gonna let a good friend of mine or whatever go to a prom like by himself. It's not that big of a deal, like it's just prom. Like I don't know, like I already went last year and I went for my prom this year, so I was like, if you need a date, I'll go with you, you know what I mean? Like you don't gotta go alone, you know, like I don't want to leave nobody, like, you know, like I was just being nice, and I just offered to go with him. If you need a date, I will go with you. And he was like, really? Oh my gosh, like all hype and stuff, as if like he was just super surprised. Like he was like surprised that I said like I would go if you need. I would say that to any of my guy friends. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just something nice for me to say, like, cause like I don't really care. It's not that much of me. It's not that much for me to go to prom with somebody. I'd rather someone go with somebody than go alone, you know what I mean? If I'm like your friend, like I'd go with you as a friend. Like I really do not care. It's like our senior year, you know what I mean? He was like, okay, let's go. I was like, all right, that's fine. So then we planned it all out, and this was like a month before, okay? Like when he brought this up. Let me see if I can figure that. Let me see if I can get the full date, because I need my receipts, since y'all will see why I need my receipts. Oh, I deleted him off Snapchat. I deleted him off Snapchat, so I don't know if that's gonna work out. And I unfollowed him on Instagram, because no thank you. It was like around March. It was like a month before, a good enough time before prom, right? When we were talking about it, because a girl can't just get a dress like a week before prom, you know? So we planned to go, and I was like, what color do you want to wear? So like, you know, and he's like, oh, up to you, like you choose the color, like I really don't care, like whatever dress you get, like I'll get the same color. And I was like, okay. So I was like kind of like skeptical, because I was like, like why am I choosing the color of not my prom, you know, like it's your prom? And he did say, like he mentioned he wanted to wear silver, but like I was wearing silver for my prom, so I was kind of like, and I don't really want to wear silver again. So he was like, oh yeah, I understand, whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for dresses. I kind of took like a week or two. I was looking around, you know, I was trying to find a designer to make a dress for me, because like the school that he goes to like has a walkthrough, and basically a walkthrough is like right before prom, everyone walks through like a red carpet thing, and they have it like at maybe like a park or something. And you walk through on the red carpet and all your family and friends are there, and it's like it's like a school event right before prom, and like people are taking pictures of you, and like you pull up in your car and it's like fun, you know, like you just pull up, show out, and then go to prom. So it's a pre-prom thing basically. My school doesn't have that, only some schools have it, but I've always wanted to go to a walkthrough, so I was kind of like hyped about it, you know. I'm like, this is gonna be lit, like wow, like I'm so excited, you know, like I'm gonna go to my first walkthrough, like I can't wait. I'm gonna show out, I'm gonna be lit. So like I needed like a lit dress, so I was looking for designers, da 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 da. So then I finally found a designer, and it was like this girl I found on Instagram, and she already had pre-made custom like gowns. So I bought one of those off of her website, and it was like a $900 dress. It was so pretty. I'll insert a video here. I was so excited to wear the dress because like it was pretty, and like it was red, and like it had like feathers here, and I was just gonna like show out basically. I could have went a little bit more all out, but like whatever. I didn't have time to like find like an actual, it's not like, you know, like it was a month before, because I've always wanted to wear some crazy dress to prom, but like never had like time or like, you know, whatever. And my school's not really like that, so it's like different, but like for his school, like everybody goes all out. So yeah, I bought a wig for the prom as well, this wig that I'm wearing right now. Got it laid down and stuff, you know, I was gonna look cute. I was gonna wear red, just like this, and my black wig, but no, that didn't happen. There's a whole other side of the story that's going to actually be up on this channel like in a week, not even. If you guys have not also known, I've been traveling like so much between Coachella and LA, my prom. I had to come back to Florida for my prom, back to LA. Then I went to Atlanta for like YouTube purposes, and like just like been traveling, you know? That weekend of April 20th, prom comes around. Me and him are like, you know, we were planning everything. I was like, what time do I need to be at your house? Like da 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 da. You know, just keeping in communication. So I had went to Atlanta for YouTube purposes. I went there to collab. It was the weekend of the prom, and April 20th is a Saturday. So the prom was on Saturday, and I had left to go to Atlanta Thursday night. My flight was supposed to come back home to Florida on Saturday, the same day as prom, and I was gonna land at 9 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, that's perfect. Like I wouldn't have gone on that trip, and I told him before that I was going on the trip, and he was like, okay, like just make sure you get back on time. And I'm like, yeah, my flight's gonna be back at 9 o'clock. And he's like, okay, perfect. And my appointments were set down already. Like I got my makeup and hair appointments at 11 o'clock, and they're right next to the airport, so I was just gonna go straight from the airport to the makeup appointments, because that's the same thing I did for my prom. The day of prom for me, I actually came in from LA that day, like that morning. Like everyone was like, why didn't you have a prom get ready with me? Literally, I went from the airport to the makeup appointment straight to prom. Like I had no time at all. But for this prom, I was more like, I had a lot more time. I landed at 9, and I was going to have my appointments at 11. Basically, when on Saturday morning, April 20th, I get to the Atlanta airport. It's like super early in the morning. My flight was at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was gonna land at 9. I get there, you know how you walk up to the boarding gate and then you like scan it and then you walk on the plane. So I scan it, and then she's like, oh no, it's not cleared. And I'm like, what? And she's like, it's not cleared. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, your thing is not cleared. Like, we gave your seat away. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, we gave your seat away. Like, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to take the next flight. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you gave my seat away? Like, I'm here to go on the flight to go back home, and I need to be home, like, in this time frame. And she's like, well, I'm sorry, but like, you know, we give the seats to other people if you're not here early enough, like, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but the gate's not closed. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know tickets, airplane tickets, were first come, first serve. Like, you buy a ticket, you have your seat. It tells you, oh, this is your seat, Diamond, 32A, like, and then you sit there. She's like, yeah, but we're gonna give you a ticket for the next flight. I'm like, what? So I get pissed, right? And okay, this is like my 4th encounter with Delta in this time frame of me traveling in these 2 weeks. Like, I've literally had so many problems with Delta. Like, it was so bad. So that one was just the worst, because I have a prom to get to, and if I don't get on this plane right now, it's really going to mess up everything. I had to be at his house at 4 o'clock for this walkthrough. So I don't have time for any delays or nothing. They wasted so much of my money. Literally, like, they're the main reason I missed my prom. So whatever, not my prom, but like the prom that I was gonna go to. Like, they gave me the next flight, so it's just like an hour away. It was like a 9 o'clock flight that they gave us. The next flight was really like, you know, not that bad. But we get there, and they delay the flight 3 hours. 3 hours. You know how bad that is? 3 hours you're gonna delay the flight for? Like, that is so bad. You know why they delayed it? Is because they didn't have enough flight attendants. They're like, yeah, excuse me, everybody, excuse me, attention. There's not enough flight attendants, so we're waiting on some flight attendants, and then we will be able to board you as soon as possible and take off and bring you back to Fort Lauderdale Airport. What? 3 hours? It took you 3 hours to get a flight attendant? You guys are short on staff? And Atlanta Airport is, I think, the hub of Delta. Like, I think, like, Delta is, like, really prominent at the ATL airport, and you guys don't have enough staff? Literally delay the flight, not because of weather, not because, you know, there's no delay because of anything else, but you guys don't have enough staff. I was pissed. I'm, like, sitting there at the airport, delayed for 3 hours, wondering what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna make this work, texting all the girls on my hair makeup appointments, like, I don't know, like, what I'm gonna let you know when I get on the plane, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know what time I'm gonna get there. Finally, we take off and I get to Fort Lauderdale Airport. My mom actually meets me and my dad at the airport, and she drops off the wig that I was supposed to put in, which is this one, because I didn't have time to go home and pick up and, like, bring the wig back to the hair and makeup appointment. So she gave me the wig. I took my dad's car, went to the makeup appointment and hair appointment. My dad left with my mom and they went back home. Basically, I'm there trying to get my hair done. I walk in and there was like 5, 7 other girls there like getting their hair and makeup done. So I was like, good, like, this is great. Because where I went to get my hair and makeup done, like, it's connected. The hair and makeup appointment's connected in the same salon. So I can't walk in there and be like, oh yeah, like, I'm here, like, do me first. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's other people there. Like, I gotta wait. So I had to wait. Like, there was nothing I could do at that point. Like, everything was out of my control. I got to hair and makeup place at like 2 o'clock though, and I had to be at his house at 4, and like, that was just not gonna happen. So I'm texting him, and he's like, it's fine, like, whatever happens, like, you know, tell me when you're done and just meet me up. And I'm like, okay. Like, he was being super understanding because I've been communicating with him ever since like the airport, like the whole like mess with me not getting on the flight. And like, I was trying the whole day. Like, I was trying so hard. Like, I'm not gonna waste my money when I bought a whole dress, bought my appointments, you know, $25 deposits and all, and didn't get to go to prom. Like, you think I would do that on purpose? You know, sometimes everything like does happen for a reason. Maybe there was a reason that I wasn't able to make it on time, you know, like, you just never know. Because, you know, God is always watching and always looking out for things. So like, you just don't know why I wasn't able to get there at that time and then go, you know, you don't know. And I didn't finish with my hair until like 6 o'clock. Literally 6 o'clock. And then I started my makeup, and I was texting him the whole time, and I was like, you know, like, it's 6 o'clock, like, the walkthrough already started, like, you know, I'm not gonna make it. I'm just starting my makeup and I just got my hair done. So he was like, you know, like, I'll wait for you. And I'm like, no, like, don't wait for me. Like, you know, like, you can go without me. I don't want to be the reason why you didn't make your walkthrough, whatever. And he's like, okay, like, it's no worries or whatever, like, let's just meet up after, like, you know, like, I'll meet up with you right after the walkthrough and like before the prom, because prom starts at 8 o'clock and like whatever. Right before I got my makeup done though, like, this other girl got her makeup done, and she goes to the same school as Corey, and she was like, yeah, like, you know, like, the walkthrough, because she was gonna be late too. I was like, you know, it's like 5 o'clock, like, the walkthrough starts at 6, like, she's just there getting her makeup done. She's like, yeah, like, honestly, like, people get there so late, and like, prom, no one goes to prom till like 9, 10 o'clock. Like, she's like, yeah, like, don't worry about it, like, you'll be fine, whatever. Because I was stressing, kind of, you know, and it's not even my prom, but I'm gonna stress about it, you know, because I was supposed to go. So yeah, that like made me feel a lot better, because I'm like, okay, like, this girl's going to the same exact prom, like, this is like funny, like, you know, it's just a coincidence. As I'm getting my makeup done or whatever, I'm like not really on my phone and stuff. I grab my phone and look at it like after like 30 minutes, and I see like my phone's getting blown up by Corey and then an unknown number. And the unknown number, it was like, so like 5 messages, and I was like, what is this? I see that Corey texted me, and he was like, oh, you know, my mom wants to talk to you or whatever, but like, I'm on my way to the walkthrough, like, da. And I was like, what? And then the unknown number, when I like unlocked my phone or whatever and looked at the messages, it was like this whole paragraph, and it was like, this is Corey's mom. I take it as if you're not going to prom with my son, and I don't know what your issue is, like, going off, like, attitude, all that. And I was like, is this real life? Like, is this real life? And so like, she also called me, but it was a missed call. So I call her back, and I'm like, hi, this is Diamond. She's like, hello, you know, and starts going off, and she's like, you know, like, I don't understand, like, why you would do something like this, like, my son had to go to prom by himself, like, all this stuff. I'm like, that's not prom, like, that's the walkthrough. Like, I'm meeting him up, like, we just were texting, and like, you know, like, you don't even know like the story behind of like what, like, you know, I didn't say it like that. I told her the story, but like, she doesn't even know the story, you know. She's like, it doesn't matter, like, you shouldn't be traveling on the day of my son's prom. Do you know like how like much effort and work goes into this prom stuff? Like, clearly you don't know. And like, it's funny because you wanted to go to his prom. I'm like, me wanted to go to your son's prom? Well, what's funny is you got the story twisted up, okay? I was like, I already had my prom. I do not care about, you know, begging somebody to go to prom with them. I'm not that type of person, because she was acting as if like, you know, I'm some like stray little dog that needs to go to somebody else's prom. I'm like, are you serious right now? She literally was going off on me like, who are you? Like, you know, like she was like, I don't know who you are, but you wanted to go to his prom and you can't even make it, da da da. I was like, I wanted to go to whose prom? None. Nobody. I was like, I had my prom last week, girl. Trust me, if I wanted to go to another prom and spend $1,200, you know, I wanted to for myself, like I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't. I paid for my hair, I paid for my wig, I paid for all my appointments, my dress and everything. Like I doubt I really begged somebody to bring me to prom when I had my own. And she was like, da 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 da, I don't care. You could have just thrown your hair in a ponytail and put your dress on and came, but you want to go to your hair and makeup appointments. So then I was like, what? Throw my hair in a ponytail and go? What is she saying? It's prom. Like nobody goes like any type of way, you know? It's not like I was gonna miss prom. Like I could have made prom, but I didn't make the walkthrough. But this mom was going crazy. The makeup lady or whatever was like getting so heated about like what was going on, and she was like, let me see the phone, because like I know her, so I was like, whatever. And like so the makeup lady took the phone and she was like, hello, this is Diamond's aunt. She cannot just walk around and go any type of way, you know, like she can't just pull up and not show out. Like she has to show out, da 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 da, you know, like she can't have her hair not done, her makeup not done, like that's not right, you know. Any type of girl, I'm pretty sure you know as a woman that you can't just walk out to a special event looking crazy or whatever. And the mom starts going off and they're like going back and forth, and I'm just like sitting there like, good. And then the makeup lady's like, honestly, us arguing is not gonna speed up the process of her getting ready. So I think it's really smart of us for not talk anymore, and like it's not going anywhere because you're not listening to me, da 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 da. And then the mom hung up the phone after like my makeup lady was like, there's no point of this conversation. So it was so bad. Let's just say that. And I'm finishing getting my makeup done, and I text Corey and I'm just like, what? Why is your mom going off on me, da 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 da? And he's like, I'm so sorry, like, you know, like my mom's just like that. Don't even like bother it, like, you know, just meet me up or whatever when you're done. I'm so sorry for that. I was like, did you even tell her about my flights or whatever? And he's like, yeah, like, but she doesn't care, all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm just thinking in my head, like, that sounds like a real bad situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're 18 years old, 19 years old, and your mom is really doing this right now. And you're letting her be, like, so rude to somebody that, like, is trying to do something good for you. Like, I was not trying to, this was nothing out of my self-interest or anything. Some people let their parents just control their whole lives until they're, like, 30 years old. The mom's telling them who to date, who not to date, da 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 da. And the funny thing is, like, I've never met the mom. She's never met me. I don't know her. We don't know each other. I don't even know how she looks like. She came at me so rude. Like, not even like hi, like nothing. Not understanding nothing. Whole paragraph. You're like, who are you? Like, what's your issue? Like, da 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 da. Why didn't you make it to my son's prom? Like, you don't know the importance of prom and stuff. And I'm like, so I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, why would I literally spend over $1,200 out of my own pocket for me not to make someone else's prom, like, that I told them I would go to? Like, that makes no sense. Like, I'm literally sitting here in the chair all day has been dedicated to make your son's prom, and then you're gonna give me this stuff? Like, you know what I mean? And Corey wasn't even being like defensive about it, you know what I mean? I pretty much was done with my hair and makeup at 8 o'clock. I walk out the salon and I'm just like, this is so bad. Like, this is so bad. So I missed the walkthrough. The walkthrough was still going on at 8 o'clock, but it was gonna end at like 9 or something. So I had to still put my dress on, jump in the shower, put my dress on, and then I'd go. And so I'd get there around like 9:30, you know? As I'm leaving the salon, I text Corey and I'm like, I'm done, like I'm about to put my dress on and come. And I was like, where should I meet you? And he's like, honestly, like I'm on my way to prom, like I don't know, like I'm about to be with my boys. And I'm like, what? So I didn't even answer, and I call his mom and I'm like, hi, like I'm on my way or whatever, like, you know, like where should I go, or should I meet him there? And she's like, because she was being nice to me now, like through text she was being nice to me. She's like, yeah, just like call me when you're done or whatever. Like, she was being nice, like for some weird reason. We're on the phone or whatever, and she's like, honestly, Corey had left your ticket here for prom, so if you want to come pick it up, you can. But like, I called Corey like 5 minutes ago and he was telling me how like if you pulled up, like he's not gonna hang out with you, so like I don't really know or whatever, like you can still go, but like he's just not gonna hang out with you. And I'm like, oh really? Yeah, no thanks. Thanks for the offer, but I'm not going. Like, that makes no sense. I don't know anyone at that prom. I didn't go there for my own self-benefit. I went there for him, so if I can't go there and meet up with him, I'm not gonna go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is dumb. And she's like, yeah, like, you know, you couldn't make the walkthrough, so I guess like he kind of like isn't like feeling, you know, hanging out with you anymore or whatever, so like, yeah, if you don't want to get the ticket, like it's fine, like I guess whatever. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And then she's like, yeah, bye. Hangs up. And I'm just sitting here like, hair done, makeup done, everything did, like my dress is sitting at home waiting, and I'm just like, and so he didn't text me or anything after that, nothing. I unfollowed him on everything. I was like, okay, like this this dude is dead to me, like actually, like that's ridiculous. I went home or whatever and I told my dad about it. He's like, honestly, like it might not even be him that mad at you or whatever. It might be the mom that literally told him like, you shouldn't go, you better not go to prom with this girl, like she didn't make it to the walk, like you know what I mean. Some moms are just crazy as hell, like they do not care, like don't go to prom with this girl, like you know, she clearly don't want to make it a priority to make it to your prom, like you know, like talking crap probably, and like he just listens to it, you know, like that's just how like some relationships are with their parents. Like I couldn't have done anything like to have changed me to get there at the in time for the walkthrough. Like I couldn't have done anything about it. So whatever, that's basically how I didn't go to prom. Actually, like what had happened after that was like I posted my Snapchat and I was like, look cute for nothing, like did all that for nothing. People are like, what happened, and I'm just like not answering. I was like, I'm putting a tea video out there, like you guys will know the whole story, it's too long for me to explain. So then I get like a bunch of like guys swiping up, like my guy friends and stuff, and they're like, let me take you out on a date, like I'm picking you up right now, like you know, you can't look this good and not do anything. And I'm just like, I'm dead. So like I ended up going out on a date with some guy or whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below any questions or questions you guys may have. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.